Just about set to go now. And on the mound today, Gavin Williams. What do you look for here?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Enrique Hernandez leading things off and takes a strike. And that is out of play. The 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Here's Betts. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Williams, in his second season, he features a four-seam fastball, a curve, a cutter, a slider, and he works in a changeup. The wind of the pitch. And ball one. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Martinez hits it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Let's take a look at our lineup. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Freddie Freeman.
This guy had an on-base percentage of over 400 last month. That's just telling you he's taking his walks, he's getting his knocks, he's finding some holes. Everything just going really well for him right now. But don't overlook the fact that that happens because he's having consistently good at-bats.
Freddie Freeman, the next to hit, takes outside. Two out, space is empty. Pitch misses, and it's 2-0.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
There's a swing and a drive. And it's into the gap. Around first, heading for 2. And it gets by him. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And now the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
Boy, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
Next pitch, not close, up high.
Well, here's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
And another ball.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations. And right here with a middle-of-the-order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. That one ripped. Way back there. That one is gone. The Dodgers strike first. It's 2-0.
That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. I mean, that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there.
Andy Pajes stands in now, looks at that one inside.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
2 down, nobody on. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one the other way. Santana with the throw to first. And that's the 3rd out. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back now at Progressive Field. And today's starting pitcher, Dustin May.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trust it, and really go after hitters. Not nibble. Trust that his stuff can have late life and miss barrels of bats.
Bottom of the 1st. And the batter now, Stephen Kwan. Just missed. He swings and fouls one off. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
And up next for Cleveland, Angel Martinez. Strike 1. May, he's become known as a guy that's really tough to take deep, and that is especially valuable today, Chris, when the ball's going out of the ballpark so much. And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
The next pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
It's very important. It's all about run prevention, right? So when you have that, it's a plus. But if you are going to give up the long ball, you want the bases to be empty. And that's where control and command really comes into play for a guy like this.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Over to first, and he's saved.
Let's go, Kyle.
Now here is Kyle Manzardo. And first offering is fouled off. Ramirez off of first with 2 away. Outside. 1-1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Hit hard, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. That one fouled off. And a foul ball. Oh, and 2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Got it. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Guardians strand a couple. They trail it here 2-0. Second inning set to go. Here's Muncy to hit. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
There's a strike.
0-1.
Yeah, that skips in the dirt. Fastball for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Fastball is outside. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. A gigantic blast. His 9th homer of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Cutter inside can be a bat breaker. You have to catch it out front to get the barrel to it. Does a really good job recognizing it early, getting the bat head to it, and hitting it out of the ballpark.
So 1 out, nobody on. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Dalton rushing. First pitch misses. And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. One out, bases empty. Next pitch inside, and that's ball 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. This one popped up. Schneemann hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
1-1's the count.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the second. That's in there, and the count is 0-2.
He doesn't seem to like to pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Next offering way off the plate. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now, Daniel Schneemann. May back to work. Just missed.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
And a bunt towards third. Picks it up with a bare hand, and he beats it. He's safe.
He was racing down the line and probably didn't assume he was going to be safe until his foot hit the bag and looked up for the umpire. Nice bunt and great hustle to get himself a knock.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gabriel Arias. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Schneemann gets his lead at first with nobody out.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
That's down and in. There's a strike at the knees, and the count is 2-2. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Coming home. He'll score easily, and that keeps him from advancing past second.
Everything came together for him. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now here's Nolan Jones. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. May delivers.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one fouled off. No outs. Runner on second. That's outside. Now 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That just misses, and it's 3-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
And here's a 3-2. And a ground ball to first. Takes it himself. That's one out the bottom of the second.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Austin Hedges now.
The goal is to give your teammate a chance to score from third. There's a few ways he can get it done, but his best chance is to drive one in the air. Look for the right pitch up and then smoke it.
Outside low, and it's 1-0.
Ball one, no strikes.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field and makes the grab. Runner tags from third. That's a sacrifice fly as he comes across, and they trail by one.
Oh, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
And first offering is fouled off. Strike on the inside corner.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with two strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in at bottom half of inning number 2. On the ground to short, Betts. Slings to first, inning over. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. We play 2 full. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Guardians 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's Kike Hernandez.
So after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats. You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Away, away, away. And clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play. And that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch, and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Now it's Mookie Betts. 0 for 1 so far. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Just missed.
1-1.
Pitch in the
2
dirt.
balls,
2-1. And
Ball,
Mookie
that's out.
takes. In there at the knees for a strike.
We got a full count.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
One gone, runner at first. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
And that's in there at the knees.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Betts stands at first with one out.
Sit him down.
Rips one to right. He's got it, and there's 2 away. And now Teoscar Hernandez. He's already homered here in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two outs. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Next offering upstairs. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Comebacker to the mound. Over to first, and Hernandez is out. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on base. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Guardians 2. And we're back. Here's the center fielder, Angel Martinez. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Here's Jose Ramirez. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. In there for strike 1.
0-1.
May comes set. And there's a ball. Yeah, that's fouled off. Misses off the inside, and that's ball 2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Got him swinging. And the batter now, Kyle Manzardo. 1 for 1 with a single so far. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And it's fouled away. Next pitch misses, and a count now even up. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. His 11th of the year, and we're all square. It's 3-3. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Carlos Santana will hit next. Foul ball.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
The 0-1. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Line drive. Hernandez brings it in for the third out. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. We're tied now at 3 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Here in Cleveland, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Andy Pages. And that's down and away. Pages, 24 years old, and he was born in Cuba. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Santana makes the catch for the out. And there's one down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. His 4th home run of the season. And the Dodgers have the lead. It's 4-3. Singy, that's his 199th career home run.
Well, 200 homers is an exciting number for anyone to get to. He's got to be looking forward to that next one a lot. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Tommy Edman at the plate. Missed inside with the curve. All right, Singy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. You think back to 2017, and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard. One out, bases empty, and a run in. Top half of inning number 4. And down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else, and you can't pull the trigger.
Rushing. Stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
Boog, and I remember early in that season covering them and talking to their staff and players, and they didn't feel like they had really clicked yet. Now, when I went back to do some research, looking at metrics like base runs, I realized they weren't scoring.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Back here in Cleveland, bottom of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann.
Ball.
You know, these Guardians showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
May fires. That misses. 2-1.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Late with the swing there.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Three and two.
We'll see another payoff pitch. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Gabriel Arias getting ready to hit. Doubled his first time up. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Edman in position. And there's one down. Now it's the right fielder, Nolan Jones.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
In for a strike. 0-2 now.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Stays alive. Struck him out looking. Austin Hedges stands in. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Ball 1, no strikes. Two outs.
Hey. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a foul out of play. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one not close. And the count is even 2-2.
Three, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Stephen Kwan in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Way inside, and that hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. 0 for 2 in this one. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Shohei Ohtani looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Vesia also getting ready. In the air, right side. Hernandez settles underneath it. Brings it in. And that will end the inning. Guardians strand a couple. Score holds at 4-3. Back now at Progressive Field. Here's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Williams back to work. That misses the zone. 1-0. Fastball for a strike at 95. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
He was all over that one. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Gavin Williams will depart, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break. The Guardians going with a new pitcher, Tanner Bybee.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Here's Kike Hernandez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Schneemann hauls it in, and there's one away.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Here's Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 1. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Runner on the go. Cut on and miss. Hedges throw. Got him. Caught stealing.
Outstanding job behind the dish to catch him right there trying to steal. Really quick catch and throw. Set up with great footwork. Man, he popped out of that crouch, threw a laser down to second base. Nice job.
Turns and fires to Betts. Foul ball there. Oh, and 2 now. Ball one there.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Makes the catch, and that'll do it. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Guardians 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Angel Martinez.
Oh, one.
Just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And fouled off. Pitch is in for a strike. It's 2-2.
Full count.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Three and 2. Payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Dustin May is done, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Shohei Ohtani, ready to make his season debut, and it comes at a high leverage spot. No outs, runner at first. Now it's Jose Ramirez. He is struck out and he is walked. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Now
One
one
ball,
miss.
one strike.
Martinez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Check swing went around. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
On a line. Makes the grab, one away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. He's already homered in this game. Trying to check his swing. Appeal to third. No, he held up. And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
And a count 1-2.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
On the ground left side. 6, 4,
That's an out.
3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Top 6. And now Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Fouled off. He was late. And there's a curve through for a strike. Foul ball, still 0-2. And that one upstairs. Runner at first with no outs here. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's the left fielder, Andy Pajes. First
That's
pitch
outside.
doesn't find the zone. And another ball. That
Ball
one
3.
misses, and that's ball 3.
3 balls, no strikes.
And ball
That's
4,
ball 4.
2 aboard.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy. Muncy with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Two on, one out. And a ball evens the count. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Runners at first and second with one gone, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
And here comes Tommy Edman. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
First pitch just misses. Freeman, the lead runner at second. Pajes on at first with 2 down. Oh, he can't hang on. Still finds a way to get off a throw. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they can't get the out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Fought off foul. And now 1 and 2. The Dodgers threatening. Fights that one away. Still 1 and 2. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Bottom of the 6th. Stepping up for the Guardians, Carlos Santana. And that one fouled off. And that's in for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Luis Garcia up and loosening in the pen. Knack also throwing. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Next offering is outside. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Popped up. One away.
Up next for the Guardians. Second baseman.
Daniel Schneemann digs in for the Guardians. And that is out of play. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Freeman. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Ball's just not carrying the first tonight.
Now, you would actually say that to your teammate in the dugout.
No, I'm not that cruel, but someone would say it to me, and I'm sure it's probably been said before.
Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Two down, nobody on. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. The shortstop takes the ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Makes the catch, inning over. Cade Smith gets the call from the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Number 36.
Well, one-run game. Now it's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. 1 for 2. And downstairs, activity in the bullpen. Tim Herron getting loose out there. Allard warming up as well. On the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Kike Hernandez.
And Kike Hernandez at the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Smith in his second season, 25 years old, and he was born in Canada. One down, base is empty. Cut on and lifted in the air. Kwan should have this one. Snags it for the second out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
And now it's Mookie Betts.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
And he dodges that fastball. In the air, center field. Martinez under it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Luis Garcia. He's pitching on 2 days rest. And now the right fielder, Nolan Jones.
Right fielder, Nolan Jones.
First pitch misses. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Laser, base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
No outs, runner at first. Austin Hedges digs in for the Guardians. Trying to move him over here. Fired to second. How about that double play?
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Off the mark there. And that is ball 1. Looking to get the tying run on base. And a foul ball.
Let's go, Cleveland.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Hernandez hauls it in to end the inning. Ready to begin the 8th, and here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Smith back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Just missed.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
And another ball. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
On the ground to third, and that's foul. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. That's a strike, and it's 0-1.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Nobody out, runner at first. Squirts away a little bit. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And here is Andy Pajes. Way high.
1-0. Ball two. 2 balls, no strikes.
Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. They get it in quickly, so first and second, now 1 out.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. And that's a little bit high.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Freeman, the lead runner out at second. Pajes over at first with 1 away. And it's 1-1. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That's in there, and that's strike 2. The other way. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Tommy Edman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that one fouled off. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
No balls, 2 strikes.
First and second, 2 down. And we're in the top of the 8th. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Two on, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Landon Knack.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
Well, 1-run game. Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. That one's upstairs, ball 1. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Tanner Scott looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. The 1-0. And another ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Just off the inside edge.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Hit in the air, left field. And there's one away. And up next for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Just missed. The next offering misses. 2-0.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Way high with that one. Ball 3. Kyle Mansardo in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. And it's gone. He rocketed that one out of here. Home run number 10 on the year. And we're starting over. It's 4-4. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Next is the designated hitter, Kyle Mansardo. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Not even close there. And it's 2-1. And there's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That's in there. And the count is filled up.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Payoff pitch. That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. And a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
Now a move being made at second base. On the pinch run for the Guardians, Will Brennan. So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Carlos Santana digs in for the Guardians. Ground ball right side. Rojas tosses to first. Got the out. So in now for Cleveland, Daniel Schneemann.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
That's a strike. 0-1. Swings through that one.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boo. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Two down, go ahead run and scoring position. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Jose Ramirez with the homer here. All even now at 4 apiece. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Emmanuel Clase.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Will Smith.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boo. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Check swing, but it's put in play. He's got it, and there's one down. Miguel Rojas at the plate, 1 for 3. That one's in there. Strike 1. All tied up here at the top of the ninth.
Ball.
And a count 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
Well, he showed a lot of conviction with the fastball there, not just because of the velocity, but also the ability to command it on the inside part of the plate. The last thing you want to do with 2 strikes is just get too far in there and it gets away and it hits the batter. So when I see a 2-strike fastball bunch up a guy like that, it tells me there's a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Hernandez in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And 1-2. And that's outside. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Four in the ninth. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Bottom part of the order, 7-8-9, 2 up in inning number 9. And we are tied 4-4. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And the batter will be the shortstop, Gabriel Arias. And a pitch. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Pulls it in on the run. And there's one down.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Jones in the box now, takes strike one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Lou Trevino looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Scott, the lefty, warming up as well. And that drops in for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Tied at 4. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Austin Hedges. Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they go quietly there. 9 isn't enough to decide a winner. So we are off to extra innings. And we are tied 4-4. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Mookie to hit. Man at second, nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
Out front and foul to the left side. Yeah, I think part of that goes into it's just so hard to come up with hits. In today's game, starters don't go deep, and so hitters are seeing multiple pitchers every night, and that makes it more challenging just to come up with a single. Man at second. Gets a piece and stays alive. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Hedges down to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Well, it's a good job of completing the strikeout at first base, but the one downside is it did allow that runner from second to move up to third, and that's with one out. They've got more ways now to get him home, and that makes it another strikeout situation coming up.
And that's fouled off. Tied at 4. Swing and a foul out of play. Foul ball, still 0-2. With the go-ahead run at third, here in the top half of the 10th. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it drops in. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead it in the 10th.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. One down, runner at first. And up next for Los Angeles, Teoscar Hernandez. Outside low, ball one. And a strike. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Luis Ortiz appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Nikhazy getting cranked up as well. Next offering upstairs. Freeman, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swing and a grounder foul first base side. Swung on, popped up left side. Arias pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 away down. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that one fouled off. One run across in the frame so far here in extra innings. And there's a foul ball. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
One ball, 2 strikes.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Out to short, Arias. The underhand flip, and very nicely done for the out. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 5-4 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Tanner Scott.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Steven Kwan digs in now. 0 for 4, a couple of flyouts. He's also grounded out and struck out. Swings through that.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
And ball 1.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
So the tying run at second. Out towards left center. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, center fielder, Martinez.
And now the center fielder, Angel Martinez. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Makes the catch for the second out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So they're down to their final out. Jose Ramirez, the next to hit, trying to deliver as the hero. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with two gone. First and second, 2 outs. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Will Brennan. Fastball for a strike. Two outs, tying and winning runs on base. And the home team trying to pull it out. That's in there, and it's 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Next pitch is outside.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
This could end it. Swings and he pops it up near the pitcher's mound. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.